In Scotland, there is a growing amount of young people wanting to pursue a career in film. I am one of these people. We will be talking to some filmmakers and getting advice on the ins and outs of the industry. Over the summer, I attended a filmmaking course with the BFI in Screen Education Edinburgh. On this course, I met a number of young filmmakers from all over the UK. We learned editing, directing, scripting, and more. We then worked in groups to develop our own short films. We will be talking to aspiring actress Holly Archibald, who I met at the BFI, and Simon Jake, owner of Haggis Western Films. Holly Archibald is an 18-year-old aspiring actress who has already featured in 2 short films.
How was your experience with the BFI?
It was really good. I did the 2-week intensive course in Edinburgh last summer, and we were there for near enough 2 weeks, and we met all these industry professionals that came and talked to us. They gave us classes about like script writing, cinematography, sound, like everything you need basically to make a short film. And then afterwards we did get to make our own that were then screened at like film festivals, and we just got like a real experience on working in the real world as opposed to like just making films in school. So yeah.
How do you feel it benefited you with meeting other filmmakers?
I think because everyone there was between the ages of 16 and 19, because we are young and a lot of people don't really want to give us a chance because we are young, we're inexperienced. We've just met like each other and we can get together and make films ourselves and then build up our portfolios, and it was really helpful.
What would you like the best out of the film industry? Like, what career do you want to take?
Well, I want to be an actor first and foremost, but that doesn't work out. I really enjoy cinematography and being able to contribute to storytelling through not even like words, but just like filming shots and just putting emotions into setting up a shot. Yeah.
So what are you doing to help you get there?
Acting wise, I do acting classes every week. I study theatre studies at Glasgow Uni, and then film wise I study film and TV as well at Glasgow Uni, and I make my own short films with people that I met at the BFI.
How was it making the short film until the end?
It was a really good experience because that was the first short film that we all made together without any like adult supervision, and like they just gave us the equipment and let us go do our own thing. And then seeing the finished product, I was really proud of it, because I feel like, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I feel like it was better than the films that we made at BFI.
Yeah.
Like it just, do you know, it just looks a lot better and a lot more, but yeah, it was really good.
What are you studying at Glasgow?
Yeah, theatre studies and film and TV.
How's that going?
It's good, I like it. I think as we go into, like, first year was just a lot of theory based, just get the groundwork, and when we go into second year I think we're going to get to like act more and do more productions and make more films, and so we'll get more like practical experience.
Do you think there's many opportunities out there for young folk wanting to get into film?
I think there's more like coming up, but like they're talking about building a film studio in Scotland, and there's like a lot of things like GMAC and BFI coming up with courses and stuff, whereas before it was kind of hard to get into it because we're young and inexperienced, but there are people like giving us more shots now, I think.
What struggles do you find when just getting into film?
Acting wise, I think it's hard looking for roles because everyone's sort of looking for adults or teenage boys. A lot of the roles that I've looked at are all like 25 and over, and I don't look 25 and over, so it's kind of hard. But film wise it was really difficult before I went to Film Academy, and now that I've met all these people, I know that if I want to make a short film I can just be like, hey, I'll make a short film.
So what short films have you made so far?
Well, I made Alex at BFI, and that went on and got, I think it was screened at the Scottish Youth Film Festival and Screen Education at Edinburgh's Film Festival, so like people appreciated that, which was nice. And I did Until the End with people, again, that I met at BFI, and that we didn't submit to anywhere, but we just kind of wanted to see how it would turn out, and I think it looked pretty good. And yeah, I helped my friend Hannah do a YouTube generation thing for her college course, so I acted in that. And yeah, hopefully there is more to come.
Yeah, that's good. So what do you think? Like, have you got any future projects you're working on just now, or?
Well, I've planned stuff like on my own, like I've written some scripts and stuff, and now that I've finished for summer, I think I'm going to try and like make some of them. And I think my friend Rebecca has wrote a web series that I think we're going to act in.
Have you got any advice for young people wanting to get into film?
I think the main thing is to just be practical with it. Like, don't just sit around and be like, oh okay, I want to do this, but then not actually doing it. So like, get some people, get a camera, just go make a short film, put it on YouTube, just do whatever, take classes, just do something productive and active, and don't just say that you wish you could do something and then not do it.
Right, well thanks for letting us interview you.
You're welcome.
There are lots of opportunities for people out there who are passionate about film. Someone who is keen to work with people on his feature films is Simon Jake. The creator of Haggis Western Films has just released his first feature-length film, The Last Love Letter, which has been screened at Cineworld and Falkirk twice and had a great response from viewers.
Hi, I'm Simon Jake from Haggis Western Films.
How did you get into filmmaking?
Years and years ago I used to watch spaghetti westerns, absolutely loved them. And I used to sit with my granddad for years just wondering how they made films and how they put them together. And I was interested in the behind the scenes stuff. Now years ago, it's not like nowadays where you get DVDs where you've got all the behind the scenes stuff. It was very hard to get behind the scenes documentaries, so when they came on the TV I was straight in there wanting to know how it all worked and things like that. And when I was at college I done a short course on film production, and I got along a big VHS video camera, it was about this size, weighed an absolute ton, and just made some short horror films and really just got the bug and just advanced and advanced and advanced, and it's kind of grown from there.
Is that where you got the name for Haggis Western Films?
Haggis Western Films was actually a happy mistake. What happened was I was at the Loch Ness Film Festival and I was showing my first kind of proper feature film, Wild Side of Life, and somebody said that they were on about the kind of the way the film was shot. It was very much like a spaghetti western, and I said, well, it's like a Scottish spaghetti western. I said, you could call it a haggis western. So in my head I'm thinking, oh, I'm keeping that name. So I drove all the way right down from Inverness back to my house in Falkirk and bought the name Haggis Western Films and never looked back. That's how the name came about.
How was the process of making The Last Love Letter? I heard it took 2 years.
About a year and a half.
Yeah,
Last Love Letter. It's a learning curve. You start to learn things. You learn about the camera settings, you learn about frame rates, you learn that you should really go and light shots up. So with The Last Love Letter I spent a bit more time on one scene, whereas my last films it was a case that looked for the camera, that looks fine, yep, great, let's get on with the scene. And there was no rehearsal with actors and things like that on the day, and I just got away and think, oh, that's far too grainy, the footage, it's a nightmare, I'm going to have to go and shoot that again. So you learn a lot of your mistakes as well. But The Last Love Letter was all about the kind of pre-production, the making sure we got the right actors on board as well, lighting shots up, making sure the camera's the right settings, knowing that when we're going to show it in Cineworld it's going to be put in a digital cinema package rather than just on a Blu-ray or a DVD disc, so it had to be the right scope for it to show in the cinema. So there's a lot more involved rather than just saying, right, that's the camera. Yeah, a lot more technical. Wanted the film to look cinematic because it was shot cinematic. I wanted it to look big on the screen as well, wide open shots, which Sergio Leone, that comes back into that as well. So
what was the kind of equipment that you were using?
We used Panasonic GH4s, which shoots in 4K, but it shoots cinema 4K. Rather than just your Ultra HD for TVs, it shoots in the proper, the big one, the big 4K. And but it wasn't just about shooting it in the Panasonic; it was all about colour correction. Using DaVinci Resolve, I use a lot of that and things to get, because the footage off the camera looks very, not video-ish, but even though you're shooting 24 frames, it still has that tiny video kind of feel about it. So I have to go and colour correct it to get that filmic look as well, the cinematic look. Maybe add a bit of graining as well. So there's a bit of work involved with rather than just being sort of filming it with the cameras. So people always say, what camera are you using? But to me it's all about how you finish it, how you finish. I mean, people are shooting movies on iPhones and they look absolutely amazing. That's the thing, it's just, yeah.
What editing software did you use?
Premiere Pro.
Right.
Premiere Pro, I love Premiere Pro. I can just work really fast with it, I know what's going on. It works for me, it's been perfect. And I'm part of Adobe Cloud as well, which means you get all the updates, you pay your monthly fee, and you get basically every time there's a new update you're getting it, which is fantastic. I love the software. I had for me to change. I've used Avid and Final Cut. I used the old Final Cut before they changed it, but I found Premiere Pro does everything I need it to do. So, and it's great with 4K footage as well.
What about how you got cast involved and crew?
We had a casting. There was a few. When I shot Set in Rainbow, that was the first time I'd really shot with real actors.
Yeah.
When I shot Well Side of Life and Cowboy Court, it was my friends who were fantastic, and they done what I learned from them as well, and they came on board and helped me out. And Set in Rainbow, I got a few more actors involved, people with experience. I learned a lot from these guys, honestly, about getting prepared and things, and basically remembering your lines, rather than just turning up and thinking, right, okay, that's my line, and doing it one line at a time. With Set in Rainbow, it was like, right, I'd do my shot, right, okay, here's my line, and there was no flow. It was just line, there was no flow. And when it came to Last Love Letter, we're getting kind of actors on board through the casting thing that we'd done. People were learning their lines, which was fantastic. I thought, I better up my game here. Rather than just learning one line, I was learning the whole scene, so we could shoot the whole scene as it was from one angle, shoot the whole scene as it was from another angle, and it was just learned so much. But we've done a casting for The Last Love Letter, which, as well as some people from Set in Rainbow, so which was great. But I got a great cast for Last Love Letter. Really proud of the guys in the film. Just really proud.
Have you got a lot of like open things for young people to get involved in filming?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got the Haggis Western Facebook page. If people want to get involved, we're approachable. We're not the kind of company that said, "Oh, here's someone else email." We'll always answer back as soon as we can. So we've got a Facebook page, we've got a website that's been updated at the moment. So, but most of the stuff's through Facebook. And if anyone's wanting experience or just wants to come along and work the cameras, work the sound, and help us, we're more than honestly. We started as well learning, so we're always more than happy to get people on board.
What's in the future for Haggis Western?
Haggis Western Films, we've got the Second Life Club, which is a big project. It needs a budget, so we're going to do a funding campaign for that. I've been funding the last films myself, but it's came to a point now where there's only so many houses I can remortgage and so many things I can sell in the house before I can make my next feature. So we're going to do a kind of a crowdfunding sort of thing for the Second Life Club. So I'm at the moment in between choosing between making it a feature film or making it a 10 episode season. So I've written so much for this film. So I write and write and write. When I get an idea, I just keep going and keep going. And I've got an actual big series rather than a film, but I'll try and condense it. So that's the next thing. But Second Life Club, I think so.
Have you got any advice for young filmmakers that want to get involved with?
Yeah, just go out and do it.
Yeah.
Get a camera, get a cheap camera, whatever. It's so affordable to go and make something that's really good looking nowadays. That's the thing. I mean, you can pick up DSLRs now for a couple of £100 that shoot in HD that look fantastic. You can edit them on some of the. I mean, when I first started Final Cut, the original Final Cut cost me I think £1,000 for the whole lot. Nowadays you're picking up. I mean, I'm not saying £100 not a lot of money, but it's more accessible now to go and edit, to go and learn a bit. I mean, I love Apple. I'm an Apple geek. I shoot everything and then edit on the Apple. So you can pick up laptops as well and edit. So the sky's the limit nowadays. What you can do. There's no excuse not to be able to go out, write a script, a short story, and go out and film it. Get your friends together. That's what I done. And I never knew I was ever going to be able to show a film at Cineworld, and we done well. We sold out 2 full screens, 500 people in one night, and they're on our screen. So it's there. It's accessible nowadays. Definitely, yeah.
How did the screenings go?
Amazing. Really, really chuffed. Yeah, the feedback we got was phenomenal. Do you know when you shoot something, you get a good feeling about it, and you think, I'm happy with that. My last films, I would always go back and say, right, wish I'd changed that, or I wish I'd done this, or done that. But the Last Love Letter, there's nothing I would change in it, which is a great feeling. There's always things in your mind you think, oh, maybe I could have maybe shot that, whatever, but I was so happy. And the feedback was phenomenal, really good, so I'm really pleased. The twist as well, which I'm not going to spoil it now, but the twist really worked, people loved the twist. So that was fantastic. It's always great when I always sit at the back of the cinema and I watch people's reactions. I know the twist is coming up, and I'm watching, and you just see, oh, right, okay, that's how it comes together basically. So I just love seeing. I love shocking people as well and seeing their reactions to things.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we're good. Well, we're going to be hitting the film festivals. There's a rumour we're going to be showing it in Cineworld again because loads of people are wanting to see it. So we'll just see what happens as well. So we've got tons of stuff happening with it.
That's good. Do you think short films are a good way for young people?
Yeah, definitely. The good thing I love about short films is you can shoot it, say, a weekend, and you can have a finished product during the week, and you've got that, oh, I've made a film. Get it on YouTube, get it on Vimeo, get it out there. No matter how bad you think it is. I mean, my first film that I shot, before Well Side of Life, I look back now and think, oh, right, okay, I've changed that. But you learn more for your mistakes, I think, than anything else. like continuity, things like making sure the actors got the same stuff on. That's the thing about a short film as well, you're only shooting it through a kind of short period of time.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say short films are fantastic. And you learn a lot as well in a short film.
Yeah, you meet folk.
Yeah, you meet a lot of people, you're just getting out there and doing it, but you're having the finished product quite quickly that you can put on YouTube, and it's got your name out there. It's putting your name out there. So, I mean, I made a short film, actually I made a feature first before I made a short, which is the wrong way of doing it, by the way. I made the feature, then made a short called Set in Rainbow, and that became a feature because I ended it in the short and thought I could take that elsewhere, and a lot of people do that, they make short films and then they think, oh right, I could turn that into a feature. So you find a lot of big directors actually have short films out that they've actually made into feature films. I can't remember a few off the top of my head, but there is a few out there.
Or someone like
Yeah.
that.
I've seen DVDs that I've bought, and you've seen maybe an extra all about the short version of it, and you think, well, that's where they got the idea from as well. So short films definitely, yeah. So
how is it you would go about meeting other film people? Like,
Facebook's good for it. Get involved in groups, network, things like that.
I know there's your page that.
Haggis Western Films, and we're actually, funny you mention shorts, I've got a short horror film written which is about 20 minutes long that I'm thinking about doing before the Second Life Club, just as a way of getting something else out there before I start to get the funding for the Second Life Club as well. Yeah, we're looking for just a nice wee horror film, a little creepy film that I'm hoping to start shooting over the next couple of months, just to have something before we do the Second Life Club.
Keeping very busy then.
Yeah, so there's tons of stuff happening. The thing about the short films, you can put them on things like Vimeo and YouTube, and you can let people see, get your name out there, and people remember you, because people want to see what you've done before. That's the thing. When we shot Well Side of Life and we turned up at Cineworld wanting to show it, the guy was like, "Oh right, okay, you've made a film, right? Okay, bring it in." Well, but now because I've got a bit of past record on my films, the automatic letters coming in, so it's getting your name out there as well.
Well, thanks very much.
No problem at all. Anytime.
You can check out Haggis Western Films' official website at www.haggiswesternfilms.co.uk. If you want to find out more about filming opportunities and funding, you can check out Creative Scotland, Creative Skillset, the official BFI website, and Screen Education Edinburgh.